There
it
we
is.
go.
Look at that. Something works around here, goddammit. Alright, so 15-minute time limit. We have our special guest this week. His name is Drugs Bunny. He is from Hood Slam Wrestling. Hello, Drugs.
Hi, everybody.
So, since you were a small bunny and you were hopping along, what started you with professional wrestling?
Well, it was pretty popular in the early 90s, and all the cool kids at school were talking about it, and I had no idea what it was. So I got into it as a kid, probably around 96, 97. Like really in that hot heat of the Monday Night Wars, and you get a little older, WCW folded, the fucking a lot of my friends are the people who would talk about it with, they just stopped watching, and I never did, ever.
Were you a WCW kid or were you a WWF kid?
I was a WWF kid. I hated it. I just didn't like WCW because it was not WWF. Straight up. I don't care if their ratings were better. I didn't like it.
Who do you take inspiration from for your in-ring style?
I mean, I just take everything as a whole as inspiration. I have to use what works for me, and my body type and my type of character is just so different. I'm a drug addicted rabbit. You can't really bring me everywhere. So I mean, there's not one specific wrestler I can name where I find inspiration for my character personally.
Okay. So, okay, we'll get into the drugs here in a bit. But how did you jump from I'm the fan behind the screen to I'm taking my first bumps?
Well, I found out that there was a wrestling school about 40 minutes away from my house called All Pro Wrestling, and it was run by a guy named Roland Alexander. The school was featured in the old documentary Beyond the Mat, which I had actually seen before. That's where I first heard that it was there. I'm from Redwood City. The school was in Hayward. That's right across the bridge. So I think I was about 13 years old when I said one day I'm going to go there. And I knew I couldn't yet. I was only 13, so time passes. I I get out of high school, I get a job, and things. I honestly, I forgot. I forgot where my life was going, and I was like, "Holy crap! I always said I was going to do this. So when is it actually going to happen?" So right after my 20th birthday, I went over there and I signed a contract, and I started training when I was 20 years old.
That's awesome. So let's get into Hood Slam, your current home, essentially. Who brought you to Hood Slam? And if you could tell the folks at home and who are listening here, what Hood Slam kind of is in your eyes.
Hood Slam to me is the wrestling show for people who aren't exactly wrestling fans. It's like a variety show. We used to do, not so much anymore, but we used to have sideshow acts, burlesque, people chewing on glass, other stunts being performed, flame eaters, things like that. And then we also had wrestling, some really outlandish wrestling that we sort of let the fans in on the joke. We chant, "This is real." We chant things that are obviously this isn't real. To me, it's a breath of fresh air. It's too often you see people trying to pretend that this is still a genuine athletic competition, and they want so badly to make the fans believe that it's real when the name of the game now is not. And I'm going to steal this from AJ Kirsch. It's not about making the fans believe it's real. It's about making them forget that it's not.
That suspension of disbelief is terribly important, and especially for you guys. I mean, from what I've seen of it, and from my essentially limited viewing, it's one part British wrestling with the intimate, setting. The fans are right there. You're gonna get dived on. You're gonna get, you could put your hands in the ring as the match is going on. One part somewhat like an actual like you were saying, like a sideshow or a burlesque show or something like that. And then this 2-part sort of we don't give a fuck wrestling, which I fucking love, by the way. Congratulations, by the way, on the on your Hood Slam Golden Gig #1 contendership Battle Royal win at the last show. By the way, that's the first Friday of the month. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the first Friday of every month at the Oakland Metro Opera House. We're also live on Twitch at Hood Slam, and we got a YouTube channel, which is probably at Hood Slam, if that's how that works. YouTube.com/HoodSlam. Hood Slam something. I don't know.
Yes, that's pretty close. I think that's where I saw stuff. So drugs. What is your favorite and why?
My favorite drug? Life, man. Nah, just kidding. It's weed.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I fucking figured as much. Let's see here. And if Drugs Bunny could say one thing to the kids out there, not necessarily the kids, but our listeners, what would he say?
Send booking inquiries to drugsbunnyftf@gmail.com. Drugs with a Z. Follow me on whatever social medias, I guess. I don't really go on there a lot. At Drugs Bunny with a Z. No, okay. Shameless plugs aside. What I want to say to the kids out there is, if you're a wrestling fan, don't be ashamed of what kind of wrestling you like. Some people talk shit about deathmatch wrestling, and some people love it. I think it has its place. Just like Hood Slam is a little outlandish, I think it has its place. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but Japanese strong style has its place. But it's not everyone's cup of tea. And like the super kick party flippy dippy stuff is, I don't know what style you call that, but it's probably selling the most tickets right now, style wise, and but it's not everyone's cup of tea. So don't let anyone tell you the kind of wrestling you like is fucking stupid compared to the type of fake fighting that they like, because that's a ridiculous thing to say.
Absolutely. All right, so what's the website for Hood Slam again?
birdswillfall.com.
Check out everything Hood Slam related there. I'm sure you can find Drugs' merch and all the other stuff for Hood Slam as well. Thank you, Drugs, for being on the show. But we're gonna move right along here into
Hold it. I got one question.
Oh Lord, we let him talk.
One quick question. So, what's Bugs Bunny really like?
I've never met the guy.
Oh, okay. Rabbits, different circles, I guess. Okay. Okay.
It must be lemming season because we let Jester talk. No offense, buddy.